What's going on, y'all? This is Kyle from Get Out Too Fly Podcast, and this is part 3 in the series of college life and struggles. Today, we'll be talking about dorm life, campus food, and limited resources. So, I'm gonna be just giving y'all, some tips on that. Just to keep it personal and just keep it real. All of these are, pertain to people who are in college or who are going to seek out college. So, I hope these tips are helping you guys out. While like I said, giving y'all the content that y'all want and deserve. So, of course, we're going to just get right into it. So, being that, let's talk about dorm life. Now, yes, I lived in dorm my first year last year. It was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I like my roommate and I like all my sweet mates and all of that stuff. It wasn't anything too out of the ordinary, but one thing I wish I would have done is just, customize the room a little bit, kind of gave myself what I have here in my apartment. That's a picture of a lion, Michael Jordan right there. So basically make your dorm feel like home on a budget. Remember that part. You don't need to be spending $500 at no Target for a few LED lights, command hooks, mini speakers, and personal touches. Like, it's a just go. Just go. You don't need to do that. A few LED lights, some command hooks, a mini speaker, and some personal could go a long way. And remember, comfort equals peace of mind. Basically, treat this space. Your mind is going to treat this space as you're going to treat it. If that makes any sense. If this is all dirty, your mind is going to be like, well, what's going on? That means inside of here, everything is everywhere. If everything's everywhere and everything is very just, then that's how your mind is. That's how you're gonna start treating everything else and getting lazy and doing all that stuff. So just keep in mind of that. Tip number 2, stretch that meal plan. Please do it. The calf may not be hidden, but if you need that meal and you know where you need to go, you gotta go to the calf. Now I feel like for a lot of colleges we have other restaurants and stuff, but just make sure you stretching whatever dining dollars you want to use that for, use it for that. I know in particular, I'm in an apartment now. So me having a meal plan, I'll probably get like at least one. I don't have one right now because all I can do is just go in my kitchen and cook. Cook some, warm something up. I don't really have to go on campus like that unless it's just for class or I just want to hang out because most of my friends are on campus. So just if you have a swipe system or dining outlet, use them wisely. Don't waste swipes early in the day if you know you're hungriest at night. And if your calf's trash, get creative. Like, get some snacks. I feel somebody I seen on TikTok made like a whole, Mexican thing and they doing with the air fryer. I'm just like, do what you got to do. So making sure you're just doing that. Microwave. Now, tip number 3. So y'all got tip 1. Tip 1 was to make your dorm feel like a home. Tip 2 was to stretch that meal plan. Now we're on tip 3, which is microwave meals are a dorm superpower. So oodles and noodles. Just go something very simple, very light. Basically invest in microwave-friendly food. Like I said, oodles and noodles, oatmeal, frozen vegetables, rice packs. Throw in some seasoning sauces in there if you're feeling a little like, Chef Boyardee or something, And then you got a struggle meal. The easy way. If you want to, you throw some franken beans in there. I don't know how you're going to do it, but just, hey, make it work. You feel me? Because that's why we're all in college. That's what goes into college life and struggles. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Tip number 4. We're going to go with split costs with roommates and friends. Please do that. Please. Because, your mama may be sending you, let's say your mama sending you $50. That's probably already going to be gone because you probably went to go Uber Eats, DoorDash, do all that other stuff. But then you're only left with $10. And now you're trying to figure out how you're going to stretch the $10 and you just have $50. So just making sure that, you're sharing items like cleaning supplies, mini-free, snacks. Y'all can do a group. Y'all can do like a group grocery run or something. Or, just to... And it also can help you build a bond with your roommates and build that strong bond. So just remember when it comes to it that make sure that you kind of get to know your roommates. If you don't really like them for real, your friends got you, Use your friends as a Okay, well, let's all split it. Let's all be smart. Let's all just be cost effective with what you do. And the final tip number 5, is use campus resources that you already paid for. You already paid for them. So that extra athletic fee that nobody knows about, it's for the gym, I'm assuming, So gym, library, career centers, counseling, your tuition covers all of that stuff. Stop paying for things off campus when it's available right on campus. I know for me, I'm off campus though. So, but I know that I have resources on my campus that I could use. Just keep in mind with all of that stuff. You don't have to struggle. Well, you have to struggle, but you don't have to struggle as much, is what I'm trying to say. Just make sure that you know and understand that. Make sure you know you have a village, dorm life, campus food, and limited resources. That's what the college experience is. You're gonna go through that stuff all the time. So just remember that. Remember that you can go back to somebody, talk to somebody about it, and just make your dorm your home. Now, maybe the campus food is okay. Some days good, some days take advantage of that because you have limited resources. And also making sure that you're splitting the cost with, if y'all going to a party, split the Uber fee. If y'all go to the grocery store, split that fee. Help each other out. That's all I'm saying. And with that concludes the college life and the struggles. So I hope y'all enjoyed all 3 parts of those. I believe that this is going to gain us some traction. I'm talking about real life stuff. Be prepared for more things on the way. And of course, I got y'all all the time. Just remember, make sure you're making use of these tips. Because a lot of people, they look at videos like this, be like, yeah, it doesn't, same old. Like, no, actually look through it. Because some of these are my personal experience that I'm sharing with you guys so that I can see you guys succeed and myself also succeeding at the same time. So keep in mind of that. This is K Dot from K Dot 2 Fly Podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed the college and the college life and the struggles. I gave y'all 3 parts. So I did my due diligence. Do your due diligence. Subscribe, like the video, comment, do what you got to do. And if you want more of these, you got your guy right here. Yeah. All right. Y'all enjoy yourself. Peace.